Try that again. Good morning, guys. Good morning. See, I gave a nice mellow opening, and it must be much better if I gave you some energy. So good morning. It is good to see you guys. We had an awesome event this past week, and I think we should lift that up. We actually accomplished one of our goals, and that was pulling off serving 10,000 meals for Pinellas County. We had literally thousands of people come by, and that was one of our dreams, was to be able to have an opportunity to be able to take care of the congregation and have this congregation actually be one that starts to learn what it means to constantly be pouring out. And so we have many other opportunities that will be coming forward as well for us to be able to do that as we move forward. So we're continuing our talk about goals and the directions and where we're going and what we're trying to accomplish, and not making it just about the church as a whole, but also our lives in particular. And to be able to combine those two things together. And one of the great things that I get to do is I get to work through the week. I don't just work on Sundays. Right? I went into ministry for that purpose and found out that's not the way it works. So I now find myself working throughout the week. And one of the great things that we do is Omar leads us out. We go out to 5,000 role models. And so we go to Seminole Middle School, and the cool thing was Omar's, I don't know if he planned this or with purpose or if it just happened this way, but somehow, some way, they were talking about goals this week as well. And so we sat down with them and watched a little clip from a movie called The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. If you have not seen that movie, I highly recommend it. And one of the things that we did was sat down with them in small groups. We always break into small groups with about 30 boys. And these are guys that sort of are on the edge, right? We're trying to help them to get to that place where they get through high school, and then they go off to either the military, career, or college, right? And we're trying to get them to that place where they commit to that even now at this middle school level. And so we have 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders all in this room, and we sort of mix them up into a group. And Omar handed out these sheets that were awesome for them to sort of think about considering goals. And it says, things to consider when you're setting your goals, to ask yourself, right? And here's some of the responses I got from my small group. So one of the guys said, I will play sports and be active to the best of my ability. I will be a professional athlete that will make a lot of money. And then I encourage them to also sort of have a backup. What if it doesn't work out? What if you don't succeed in sports? What's another thing you can think of? And so this young gentleman put down that I'm going to be a businessman. So that was one of them. Another one was I'm going to be an NBA pro player, right? Or I'm going to work in a fast food restaurant. Or I'm going to be a salesman. I will give a pro basketball player, I will become that because I enjoy the games and it's fun. Plus it makes me happy. It's what I want to do to make money. Talking to another one, when I get older, you have to picture this guy, he's about this tall, right? 6th grade, about this tall, thinner than I am. When I get older, I will be a wrestler. Just like John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, or Dean Ambrose. This is a backup plan, keep in mind. I will either be a football player or a basketball player if this does not work out, is what you put down. You know, that's just good stuff, right? You know, they're starting to think about what is the goals that I've got for my life, and we're trying to encourage them to start thinking ahead. What's the direction of my life? Where is it that I'm wanting to go, and how can we help to guide them on that journey? And the reality is, you know, if you think of some of my goals, I was trying to think of some like childhood goals, and so maybe you guys have some childhood goals that you had as a kid that you did or did not attain.